In a moment we'll hear from our two commentators, from Greg Martin and from Greg Clark, after the anthems.
Sean eternos los laureles que supimos conseguir, Coronados de gloria vivamos, auguremos con gloria morir.
National anthem of Argentina, performed by Constanza Ceballos and Esteban Kellner, members of the Rugby World Cup International Choir.
We give our love and loyalty together in unity, contrasting beautiful Namibia, our country, beloved land of
Two wonderful anthems. The crowd getting ready for this Pool A match. Argentina against Namibia. Argentina certainly have the depth on the bench. Greg Martin, when you have a look at that, Lobe, Pichot, Contepomi, Corletto.
Most of them involved the last Friday night in their first fixture, of course, and yeah, have a look down the list. They're all professionals, and it's very hard to play against that. When the going gets tough, they'll just send in a few subs, and they are good players. Probably keep an eye on for Namibia, number 19, if he gets on. Van Leeuw plays his football for Western Province in South Africa.
There is Dave Waterston, the coach of Namibia, New Zealand born, one of 7 New Zealand born coaches out of 20 who have a job at this Rugby World Cup. Sporleta, Pedro Sporleta, 100th appearance. What a marvellous occasion. There in the headgear, 32 years of age, 74th Test match, former captain.
4th Rugby World Cup as well.
Nigel Williams from Wales is the referee. Touch judges Paul Honus from New Zealand, who was the referee for the opening match, Argentina and Australia. Alan Lewis from Wales, also from Ireland rather, also running a line. And Joel Dumais from France is the television match official. Pool A action in Gosford, Rugby World Cup 2003. And Ostiglia taking the kick-off for Argentina. Argentina on the right of screen. And straight into the safety of the touchline over on the far side by Quesada. He was bitterly disappointed he wasn't called upon to wear the number 10 jersey in the opening match. That went to Felipe Contepomi.
And you got to think it may have been an incorrect decision as we see Meyer here, the hooker for Namibia, about to throw the ball in. First line out.
And Namibia have it. It's sloppy there though for Husselman at the back.
Up we go. Knocked down by Argentina. 75 meters. Namibia ball.
Slapped forward at the front of the line out there.
Crouch and hold, please.
We'll see, this will be a very important engagement. This is where Namibia do rate themselves in the front row. Listen in.
Engage.
Harkey's Husselman with the put in. Picked up at the back by Furter, the captain. Early touch here for Namibia. The underdogs here.
Forward, Argentina.
Great defensive pressure there by the Argentinians, hitting Vessels, knocking him backwards, going through over the top, and thus Durand, lovely tackle there in jersey 6 for the Argentinians, thus getting the feed. A large blind side. Nicholas Fernandez-Miranda may have a dab there. They do have a defender there though, Namibia.
Celso, Mendes and Reggiado up front for the Pumas. Lenzing, Meyer and De Toy in the front row for Namibia. They're playing advantage here for the Pumas. Menendez up from fullback down the short side, but will come back now for the penalty. He was playing advantage.
Yeah, the Namibian fans in the crowd not happy, but Quesada wants to get on with the game by pumping this into touch. That's a lot better strike by he. There he is, the leading point scorer at Rugby World Cup 99, 1 point more than our own Matt Burke.
And Quesada, of course, is second on the Argentinian all-time leading point scorer list behind the great Hugo Porta. So this is a great attacking opportunity. There's Sporletta. Good two-handed take, and the drive now by the Pumas inside Namibia territory.
This is where they're good, and this is what they weren't allowed to do against the Wallabies. Mendes threw the line out in, they've won it, and this is where they sit.
Still controlling it. Still going now. 6 metres out. To the short side they go, and Mendes is going to score the first try. Federico Mendes in his 4th Rugby World Cup. Caught them napping down the short side, and Argentina lead 5-0, 4th minute.
Well, he started it with a near-perfect throw to number 2 in the line-out. After that drive, Fernandez-Miranda gives it straight to him, a free run. Well-positioned, he stayed out of some of the heavy stuff at the end, caught the napping. Namibia had to work so hard in defence, they couldn't spare anyone there on their left. And yes, it is a game like that. We saw Gareth Thomas the other on Sunday playing simple Simon touch your head. Now it's Mendes' turn. Simon says.
Quesada now playing his rugby at the Béziers Club in France. 36th Test match tonight. Really came onto the scene in '99 at the World Cup. Tough one first up. Not a bad strike, but it's just going to drift across the front of the uprights. He's not happy with it. And it's Argentina leading Namibia 5-0. Another look at it here. Just caught them napping. Nobody in front of Federico Mendes.
You saw the Melrick Africa, the left winger for Namibia. He was trying to defend on the open, thus leaving a huge hole. Here we go again. Sporletta takes the jump.
Nicholas Miranda back to Quesada under no real pressure. Plenty of time to get the kick away, but he didn't find touch. And Namibia run it back at them. Husselman. They weren't really watching that at all. And Senekal had to clean up in midfield. Now they go wide. That's the halfway mark.
Well, here's a potential turnover here for the Argentinians. They do have their hands on the ball.
And that's sloppy play by the Pumas.
It's still on out wide, though. They have room.
And, of course, it's Sanahosa in 14, back on the inside to Albanese. Just keeping it alive. Miranda, Juan Fernandez Miranda.
You've got to be happy with that. A great little kick. He had a metre to work in, and he's managed to chew off an extra 28, 30 metres.
Now, he's the youngest of the two brothers playing tonight. We've got Juan Fernandez Miranda in 12, and the captain, number 9, Nicholas Fernandez Miranda.
And they play half-back, fly-half at club level, so although tonight they're in jersey 9 and 12, you've got to think they'd work fairly well from second, third phase, perhaps. A lot of backyard footy there in Buenos Aires to draw upon.
Johannes Meyer throwing it in for Namibia. Finds a target at the back and just pop it down to Hasselman. Left-footed kick. And it will roll into touch. 5 metres inside the Pumas territory, and this crowd getting behind Namibia, which is great to see. Wonderful crowd here at Gosford. He's a bit of a familiar face. Hasselman playing with the Bulls in the Super 12 of 2003. Former emerging Springbok. Good take there by Ramez Alvarez in 5.
Again, they drive it. This time Ostiglia has the ball. He's just handed it on. This is where they're most proficient. They never had an opportunity against the Wallabies. Tonight they're making good ground.
Quesada goes to the air.
That is a waste of time.
Straight up in the air. Advantage for the Pumas.
Advantage over now. Oh, now it's back on. Well, a shocking kick to start by Quesada, but they've managed to take advantage.
There's Emil Vessels making a mess of that one. Just looked up for a bit of a peek.
A real attacking position here. Quesada not in the attacking line. May go straight from Nicholas to Juan Fernandez Miranda.
Off the back, it's Bauza, the number 8. Oh, that's good work. Skalk van der Merwe in there, scavenging. And now they try and push it wide. The inside pass was a good one. Grobler, penalty, Namibia. They want to go on with it.
Oh, Hasselman, great play. Here's Furta.
Straight through goes the captain. But now they give it over to the Pumas. And there's an opportunity out wide here.
Oh, he's blowing it. There were numbers outside Durand.
It's gone forward now. Advantage for Namibia as Mouton has it. Hasselman intercept, but they'll come back. Quesada thinking he was going to run away with the intercept.
Well, he read it like a great bedside novel, but unfortunately the mistake had already been made by the Pumas, knocked forward. She's going at a fair old pace with Hasselman. When they got the penalty, their halfback took it straight away, the short tap. And Sean Furta, we have heard about him, the captain and inspirational number 8, took her off downfield. That's what they needed, a little spurt like that, just to keep themselves pumped up.
Neil du Toit, tight head prop, just receiving some treatment. Also, Johannes Meyer, the hooker, with the magic spray.
I'd say the Namibians, now this is only a thought at this stage, you'd have to think that they may be trying to slow the game down because of being amateurs, most of them, the majority of the team, they want to keep the pace down to their level. Here they go. They're strong up front.
Hey. Please, both teams wait for the engage. Sorry, my fault. Crouch and hold. Engage.
That's a better engagement.
Free kick to Namibia. Hasselman takes it, quickly. Now down here on the right wing, it's Mouton. Halfway mark, and he launched himself into the defence, and Koff didn't release the ball as he hit the deck.
Oh, we'll have a look. There's some spectacular stuff here. Ostiglia straight underneath him, launches. So he's hit the ground there. Yes, man on his feet. His Bowser guy trying to scrabble after the ball. He hung onto it with his arms.
Johannes Meyer, the feet left the ground on that occasion. Quesada, halfway mark. Will find touch. And the Pumas should be able to launch a good attacking raid from that position.
He's your old school fly half, Quesada. Not a hair out of place. Everything is done technically perfectly. Not a noted defender.
Fernandez Miranda to Quesada. The other Miranda. Short ball. No way through there. 25 metres out. Argentina lead 5-0. Early try to Federico Mendez. And they keep working that right-hand side. But Namibia holding on grimly. Now they try and split them up the middle. Sense that the Pumas pack want to back themselves tonight, but this time they give away a penalty while on attack.
No hiding that from Nigel Williams. He was right there to keep an eye on Redjado, who refused to let go of the ball. If you don't know, if you're on the ground, you have no rights. Have a look at this. There's Redjado. He's hit the ground. Look at his hands. He's trying to fool the referee somehow that he's not actually hanging on to the ball. While there's a Namibian player, I can't pick who it is at the moment. I think it may have been Isaacs, Eban Isaacs, trying to grab hold of the ball. He was on his feet. He had all the rights. Thus the penalty. Elric Africa just going to the sideline to receive some attention. I think it may be, oh yeah, nasty cut on his forehead. That's not out.
Well, it is now. Lucky escape there for Namibia. Replacement going on is 22, Vincent Dreyer, only his second test match for Namibia.
I'd say it's just a blood bin replacement on the left wing. Have a look at the Namibians now. They've gone straight up the centre, 30 metres, 35, Hasselman.
Vessels, good tackle by
Oh, that was snapped up brilliantly there.
He was playing advantage, so we go back for the penalty.
That was a fantastic turnover there. I think it may have been Gaitan after the tackle was made. He has snatched it, but Namibia were on the front foot, and then Hasselman took it towards the defence, and then Vessels. They're on the right track. And Vessels, the fly half, determined to put it down there and keep the Argentinians under pressure. Watching the Namibians warm up before the game with their lineouts, they were very sloppy. They seem to have gotten their act together, although I may have just put the mocker on them. Meyer.
Yeah, can't find the target.
My fault.
Back to the 22 it goes, and now they go wide. Gaitan drops it onto the left boot. And just couldn't stop there. Another bad attempt by Yuri Boysen.
Mighty fine kick there by Gaitan. Handy always to have that left footer either at inside centre or outside centre. Gaitan provided the difference. Oh, he needed a parachute to pull up there. Just couldn't do it. A little bit of Namibian two-step, but wasn't good enough. No worries with the lineouts tonight for Argentina.
Mendez hitting the target to the short side. They go. Quick hands. Mendez. Albanese. Trying to run his way through Mouton. Quesada getting into the thick of things, and now it's Mendez, the try scorer, going to ground. The pick and drive is good. Only 5 metres out now, the Pumas. Menendez Miranda. That's one.
Oh, Schalk van der Merwe had his hand in there. Not getting the turnover, though.
Inside ball. The Fernandez-Miranda brothers working in tandem, but the Namibians were waiting for it. Towed through by Namibia. Mendez getting back, and he has to watch it or tow it over the touchline. Namibia will get the throw in.
That's good competitiveness at the breakdown. Argentinians were set, probably their third or fourth phase. I reckon the Namibians wouldn't mind a bit of a breather. Only a four-man line out. Must go to the back where the halfback has come into the line out. And he...
Not straight there.
Sean Furter. Let's have a look. It's a tough call, but of course Nigel Williams, one of many referees to the letter of the law at this early stage of the tournament.
Put in by Fernandez-Miranda. And Argentina who boils up. Quesada, plenty of numbers out wide. The Namibian defence managed up to shut it down. Advantage here for Namibia. Wessels goes to ground. Usselman.
No advantage from Namibia ball.
Well, as we've seen in so many of these, what we call mismatches early on, the underdog, Namibia, like many of the other teams, putting in plenty, and boys in there, that was bold. Argentina, if they're clever, may like to think about a chip kick, because there was no one in a last line of defence then. Keep them guessing, keep the full-back standing back another 12, 15 metres. Namibia are getting away with it at the moment.
Well, it's been a long wait for Namibia. They had drama with
I'll have to go to the
a couple
chemist.
of players coming out.
They're using plenty of that magic spray. They might have to go to the chemist and get some more. That Myers keeping his legs frosted.
Spare a thought for these Namibians. They're only able to play 3 internationals this year.
It doesn't help, does it?
No, they'll be bursting at the seams to really make the most of their opportunities here tonight.
So far, that is the case.
Argentina lead 5-0, 15 and a half gone. Wessels under the left foot.
Caught that pressure, and there was a wonderful crowd catch there too, right on halfway. Mendez certainly proving a better dart thrower from hooker than Ledesmo against the Wallabies.
Taken there by Bouza.
Here they are again. They come left on the rolling maul. There's the ball on the right-hand side. They may splinter it. Has it been pulled down? I think referee Nigel Williams thinks so.
Inside ball, it was a good one, but now it's been knocked down, and they'll come back for the penalty. They were playing advantage to the Pumas.
Well-worked move. Fell down at the final pass. The second run, he one dummy switch, and then the blindside winger just knocked down. They've come back to where the maul was pulled down deliberately.
6 penalties so far in the match. Argentina conceding 4 of them.
They're going for the try. When you got the best goal kicker from '99, one of the best goal kickers in the world in your team, and you go for the 5 points, or the potential 7 points, proves they're confident. You've got to put a fair bit of money on the fact that they'll pull this ball down, throw to 2, pull it down, drive on, and hope for the try through the forwards. They go to the back through Bouza again. Same tactic as the last line out.
Now, can Namibia hold them?
They've got to keep calling. Hasselman at halfback has to keep on telling his player where the threat's coming from. Was that pulled down, or did it accidentally fall?
Quesada backing himself, almost through.
Oh, that is brilliant play. That's the Wine Man, Schalk van der Merwe.
But then the mistake by Namibia, so they're going to be under all sorts of pressure again. 5-metre scrum.
How did this fall down? Did it just trip over legs, as they often do? But it's always a big coincidence that they trip over legs 2 metres out from the line. I have my suspicions on that one. You see the halfback and captain, Nicholas Fernandez Miranda, just telling his team, calm down, we must show patience. That's a fair way of doing it. Have a look at this.
They back themselves. The push still on.
Try time. Or as they say in soccer, try!
10-0. Argentina, the Pumas over Namibia. Just too much experience, too much bulk and class in that pack.
Yeah, it was Ostiglia whose name will go up as being the try scorer. Actually, it was Boozer,
yeah,
sorry, Bolzer. He'll have the try credited to him, but have a look at the forward in front. His was the easy part. He was playing the piano that had been pushed in front of him by the big forwards up front. Take a bow, that's Celso, Mendes, Vajado. Mighty pack of forwards. They were never allowed to express themselves via the Wallabies, but tonight they're slowly getting on top as we near the quarter time of the match.
Quesada.
Oh
Off
dear.
the uprights.
Oh dear.
Things not going to plan for Gonzalo Quesada. That's 2 misses from 2 so far tonight, but Argentina lead 10-0. Simple in the end. Pablo Bauza just picking it up, claiming the try.
Yeah, they don't get much easier.
And another restart by Namibia. Play on. And Namibia did well to get it back.
There is nothing wrong with the power and passion of these Namibians if they get a chance. They're going forward.
That's the captain, Furta. Now Hasselman looking for more runners and finding the big number 4, Senekal. Inside ball, crunch time. Big tackle, Argentina. Have they turned him?
That was hammer time, not releasing the ball on the bottom there. It was Boyson from fullback coming that inside channel, but it was well catered for. Have a look at that. Hammer time on Boyson. He's hung on to the ball despite having people on his feet trying to get it off him.
Oh, Quesada isn't finding touch. He's not raising the flag, so not the best start for the number 10. Now, what can he do this time?
Nicely measured. That's a beautiful kick. Forces Boyson to put it back, and there are chances in midfield. Not many chasers.
Albanese stepping and caught one around the head there.
Perhaps. Nigel Williams doesn't see it so.
Cut out pass. This is Hernandez back on the inside. Sarahoja. Nicholas Fernandez Miranda. Quesada. Alvarez. Quesada again. Inside ball. Albanese stepping through. Real pressure on Namibia here.
Again, another turnover.
Yeah, they've stolen it.
Their back row are working magnificently, Namibia, as is their halfback, Hasselman. Although there's players diving in, potential penalty there, yes. Bowser diving straight. Hasselman restarts it again.
They won't back their 10.
He can't take another quick run. They've got to settle down this time. Better place, putting it into touch. And starting again for the line out there, ball in. On the sideline, we saw him go off before.
Melrick Africa.
Yes, to the blood bin. He comes back. There's another potential blood bin right there.
Melrick goes on. I think we might have another one coming off to the blood bin.
We're going to try to get that blood off on the field, repair it so he doesn't have to stop the game, but this will be helping Namibia. This is what they want. Have a rest and then jog to the line out. Their back row, that is fourth time they've turned over a ball at a defensive breakdown for them. Great snaffling under pressure.
So Emil Wessels plays for the University of Stellenbosch. It's a good rugby nursery in South Africa. He's coming off to receive some treatment. The blood bin, that's off the side of the boot, but will find touch, so not all that bad from Boysen.
You wouldn't pay for it, that's for sure, that kick. Neil Swanepoel just on for the short term. Of course, they lost their first choice fly half this morning.
So Meyer, another one against the throw. Mendes finding the runner, that's Estiglia, and he loses it forward. And Namibia into touch up towards halfway.
They're getting the gaps, but just that final pass being put down, a symptom of many of the games in the first part of this Rugby World Cup. Have a look here, Mendes threw Estiglia through the gap, but just as he's popped the ball up, the tackle was made simultaneously.
So Argentina have it just inside Romania, Namibia territory.
They love this rolling maul because it soaks up defenders, keeps them in close, and then they'll try to go wide. They'll try to make Namibia work hard in the centre there. Overlook it.
Selza, the big front rower, in the clear. Quesada, cut out pass.
Oh, it's on.
Good pick up over there. It's the fullback Fernandez. Sano Josa. Yeah, spotted a knock forward over there. There's a good pick up.
Yeah, Skills falling down out wide. That's the only problem. Didn't see, it must have been as he was being tackled. Yes, good tackle there. Straight back on the field, Africa, Meldrick Africa. And good defence.
8 handling errors so far.
Namibia working so hard around the field, it's hard come scrum time to keep focused. Again, they get over the advantage line. That's one of the keys they are. Nigel Williams bringing it back. Thought he may have let advantage go, but not a worry.
Duran. Swanepoel finding touch, not finding too many metres though.
Oh no, they're not going to get too many AFL clubs scuttling for their signatures, that's for sure. Kicking's been a bit awry.
Just knocked down there by Senegal.
Nightmare for Hasselman though, they've gone back 8 metres and no halfback. Further fills that role.
They want to clear it out of there, and they do find touch. Right on halfway. 10-0 Argentina over Namibia. 25 minutes gone. First half, pool A action.
Namibia haven't really threatened Argentina. That's not straight if the touch judge was watching.
Sporletta with the take, and it's okay according to the officials.
Again, they soak up Namibian defenders. This tires a defence out. You work harder in defence than attack. Comes to Quesada.
This time he's mixing it up a bit, kicking for Fernandez Miranda.
Oh, nice play.
And now his brother. And they're up to the 22. That's good ball. It's about 4-on-1. The cover scrambling across. Hernandez has to cut back on the inside. Lost his footing, but the support arrived. And now Albanese. Wide they go. Alvarez. They're playing advantage here for the Pumas. Offside, Namibia.
What do? Do you play on? Or there was a, what we call here in Australia, a falcon, and it was a double falcon. One of the rarest things seen. That's when the football hits a player in the head, and one of my favourite parts of the game.
There is a Puma being treated in back play. It's going to have some bearing on the decision to take the 3.
Just have a look at their jersey, that emblem there. Now, they are called Los Pumas or the Pumas. The emblem on their jersey is actually a jaguar. So it's an anomaly of world rugby, but Quesada doesn't worry about what's on his jersey. He worries about what's on the scoreboard. Another 3 points, thank you. My first of the night, he says.
And the leading point scorer in '99 at the World Cup is on the score sheet in 2003.
The injured player was Federico Mendez, their hooker. He's fine.
Got another blood bin. Alvarez will need some treatment. It's a well-worn path to the blood bin for the Namibians.
Well, if the game has been played at a furious pace, so a lot of collisions.
So the Pumas have it.
And I'm sure they'd love to clean up those kick-off receptions a little bit, the Pumas. Again, they go with their favoured rolling maul. It's one of their hallmarks of their game. They can march this all day long. Namibians putting good pressure on them.
A knock forward there. 18 is on there. Wolfie Duvenhagen. He's covering for the man in the blood bin. An injury here to Jonas Meyer. And there's blood there as well.
Is that necessarily his, though? You can't see the origin of the cut, but I'm sure the medicos can fix it up. Gee, they've been strong so far, the Namibians. I know I'm wrapping them and they're down 13-0, but the danger was the Argentinians had run away with this, but they haven't as yet.
Quesada kicked 13 times, or 5, he's passed 13, so using his outside men.
And the problem with the outside men, they're still drifting across field. They need some straighter runners. When they have been hitting them on a straight angle, they've been cutting them up. Hasselman this time doesn't get over the advantage line, makes it easier for the turnover, which does occur in the end.
Yeah, his support didn't get there in time. And Quesada sending Africa. That's Melrick Africa.
That's gone backwards off the hands. No, Nigel Williams thinks otherwise.
Well, Africa disagreed with the decision.
Well, surely he was running backwards. It came off his hands, and did it go towards the opposition try line or his own goal line? We might find out now. That one's gone backwards. That one's gone backwards. I'm sorry, Nigel Williams. Replay proves you wrong. Should have been play on. He doesn't have the benefits, though, the referee, so therefore he's always right.
Plenty of raids inside the 22 by Argentina, and they've got 2 tries on the board.
And Namibia, according to our stats, have been in Argentina's 22 for exactly 1 second.
Penalty to the Pumas. It's against Neil du Toit. Tight head for Namibia.
We speculate on another scrum, perhaps. No, they are going the line out. I think we can safely speculate that they'll be dragging this off the top.
It's Marcelo Lafreda in the cap, head coach of Argentina since 2000. A take there by Vaza, one of the try scorers. The other try scorer was also a forward, Mendez. It's Mendez number 2 there, getting into the thick of things. And they continue to charge towards the line, Argentina.
You can see the ball there, back off the ground. Now Skelto comes in and drives in jersey 3. I think he may have the ball.
Nicolas Fernandez Miranda. Let's see hands on it now. And Quesada dummying. That's a good ball. Great ball, in fact. And Juan Fernandez Miranda was on hand to accept the pass and score the try. So the first try to the backs.
That is a little bit of magic. Well, the forwards did everything they could to score the ball, score the try off that line out. Then it came to little Nicholas Fernandez-Miranda. Quesada not known for his attack, but that is quite brilliant. Ran at the two defenders, committed them, and as he was being grasped, put it onto his inside centre, Juan Fernandez-Miranda. Brilliant piece of work. Great understanding of how to take two men out of the defence.
Converted by Quesada, who set the try up. That's what you'd call a very good assist. Argentina 20, Namibia 0. Another look at it.
Have a look. He's committed two defenders, and that's the key. Yes, you saw there at inside centre corner, Powell. He had to turn and take Quesada, which freed up that man there, the happy man, Juan Fernandez-Miranda.
Bit of brotherly love there too. A hug from his older brother, Nicholas.
It's great to see brothers in national colours, loving it.
So another start by Namibia. And Quesada, plenty of time. And drills it into touch. Furter. Got his hands on the ball. At the moment, looked like he was pretty keen to take the quick throw in.
Yeah, I don't think that's what Namibia need. I think we'll leave it to Haki's Hustleman to hustle the pace of the game along. Furter standing at halfback.
And we've got Vessels back out there from the blood bin at fly half. Husselman. Now Vessels. Runs straight into Pablo Baza.
Here we go. They've got quick ball. They're over the advantage line.
But they cough it up. Chance for counter-attack. Otan, Albanese, one-on-one. Got the ball back on the inside.
Fernandez,
Miranda, and now Otan. He kept it alive off the boot, getting very close to the line, and he's over the line. Can he get it down? The referee is right there. No, it's held up.
Held up. Nigel Williams didn't need the television match official. He was right there, could see that the ball, the Namibians were underneath Gaitan. There's Gaitan there. An old-fashioned centre kick, you just don't see them much. There's Gaitan featured there. Then it comes wide to Albanese. Takes it on as far as possible. The centre kick, brilliant play for Gaitan to control the ball. We may see it from this angle. Yes, the Namibian players on him and stayed tight to him. Like barnacles to the side of an old ship parked in a harbour. They won't let go, and Nigel Williams, unimpeded view. Have a look at him there in the orange jersey, referee.
Martin Gaitan. Of course, he came into the squad replacing long-time skipper Alessandro Abizu. Sean Furter, the number 8 for Namibia. Gets through plenty of work. I think do the other loosies for Namibia.
I think we could see big trouble here in terms of this scrum just powering over.
So it's Argentina 20, Namibia 0.
That's not a good sign. Not a good sign at all there with Neil de Toit, the tight head on this side for the Namibians in the red sleeves. For him to be going down, Nigel Williams has already seen a pushover try, therefore the thought of penalty try if they keep collapsing would come into his mind.
Argentina, they have 3 tries, looking for a bonus point. And it's a penalty try, so there is the bonus point. Yeah, Namibia really outclassed in the scrummaging department here tonight, giving it everything they've got, but they're up against a fairly formidable pack.
That's incredible, because we heard talk before the game that Toit and Lensing have had experience in the Currie Cup. Didn't struggle too much in against South Africa earlier this year, mid this year. We're expected to compete well, but it's quite simply, it's not just the front row's fault. Namibians collapsing that when they knew they could go no further. Well, I don't think it was their fault. But the try was going to be scored. That's why Nigel Williams felt compelled to go under the post and issue a penalty try. It is a weapon, the Argentinian scrum this evening.
And Quesada adds the extra 2 from in front. So everything's starting to blow out a bit here. 27-0, Argentina over Namibia. First half action in Pool A.
Crowd would dearly love to see Namibia when they put this kick-off down into the territory of Argentina, stay down there for a while, and within the next 4.5 minutes of the first half, grab some points.
Alvarez leaning up. Fernandez Miranda back to Quesada. Into touch. Plenty of possession for Argentina.
Absolute welter of possession. They've controlled this game in terms of territory and possession. So they've had field position and had all the use of the ball. Namibians gone to the 4-man line out. Have a look for the halfback to come in and jump. No, he doesn't.
Meyer found Senegal. Still inside their own territory, Namibia. Hasselman. And they need a scrum half. Furter it is. Oh, let's play on. Lucky to get away with that one.
I would say so.
Boysen. Inside ball. Senegal can't find a way through. The kick, but not one chaser. And Albanese gives it back to his fullback, Hernandez. He slips, throws it back on the inside, so it's been cleaned up there by Buvenhagen. 5 metres inside Argentina territory. Can they string some phases together? Africa almost through. Penalty. Argentina coming in from the side. Well, that was better.
Well, it was. They were going forward. But quite simply, the fact is they're not committing enough defenders at the breakdown. It was good work there by Africa, who went off early. But have a look at that. Rejardo did not go back and around and through the gate. He has just come from an offside position and thrown himself straight onto the ball. He needed to come around and stay on his feet.
Vessels finding touch. I wonder if they had to think about the 3 points just to get themselves on the score sheet. Much to the delight of their fans here tonight. They're adopted fans on New South Wales Central Coast.
Yeah, they're going nuts for Namibia, and now they definitely are. The ball's gone backwards, rampaging.
Okay, great attacking opportunity here. Let's see if they can come up with the points. Namibia. Vessels, the inside pass. Senegal, who likes to get involved. Lock forward. Now it's Powell.
And only one Argentinian being committed at the breakdown. That's why there's so many defenders every time the ball comes wide. 2 on that occasion.
Straight through. Chance here. Namibia over the line. It's a try to the underdog.
Had to do it all on his own.
And the crowd, they are going nuts for Namibia. Well, that will give them a lot of heart. First real attacking raid.
Brilliant
inside.
play by Grobler. It's quite possibly the first time we've called him, but the shimmy with the footwork, that surprised the Argentinians. They had too many defenders in the end. He ran in between Rejardo, the prop, and the second rower in Alvarez. Ran straight between them by putting on some sharp work, Jason Robinson style. Great work by Grobler. Because they haven't had the ball going out wide, he hasn't had an opportunity. They're on the front foot. First real incursion into the 22 of Argentina, and they come up with a try. That's got to give you a bit of hope. And here's Vessels to open the goal kicking account.
Flags are up. So 27 points to 7. Argentina over Namibia. The try to Dupree. Grobler. Great angle. Plenty of strength. Actually a karate expert. You wouldn't want to mess with him, would you? And they're on their feet here for the underdog.
They've been waiting for that. 39 minutes it took for that score. We're right in the shadow of half-time. Should only get one more play in, depending. Actually, there has been a few injuries. May go for a couple more minutes.
Senegal.
What a way to finish the half. Need to keep Argentina out and go in there psychologically up. And they do.
Referee Nigel Williams from Wales signals time off. And at half-time, Argentina 27, Namibia 7.
Argentina then, Ireland's opponents in a crucial game in Adelaide on Sunday week, are 20 points to the good against gallant Namibia. We will return with the views of Michael Lynagh and Sean Fitzpatrick. Half-time over there at a packed Central Coast Stadium in Gosford. Argentina leading Namibia by 27 points to 7. And I guess, Michael Lynagh, that a lot of people in Ireland are going to be watching this very, very closely and just wondering how good Argentina are, bearing in mind that crucial game in Adelaide on Sunday week.
Yeah, obviously their forwards are doing very, very well, and that's the key to Argentinians' game, their forward power. But just in this game, their backs, you know, they had a lot of opportunities, but their ball retention and some of their passing under pressure, and also some of the backs are tending to get isolated, so they've got to try and get numbers there. But Argentina looking very dangerous, Sean.
I think Australia would be pretty happy after watching this that they've got Argentina out of the way, because they're only going to get better. And I think they're showing at scrum time especially, and at line-out time, that they're going to be a real force. And I think Ireland, and they've got Romania first, but I think Ireland will be sitting back thinking they're going to be pretty tough.
Yes, of course, it's between them and really, I would imagine, between Ireland and Argentina, who's going to go with Australia through to the next phase.
Well, Australia's got to get past Ireland yet, Jim. I mean,
yeah,
that's a bit of a way. Ireland are in pretty good form at the moment from their results of their first game, and Australia seem to be struggling a little bit. So, yeah, but I think Argentina is going to be a very, very important game.
Just another subject. I think the crowd is fantastic. There's
yeah.
always a question about whether the smaller areas would, or smaller teams would pack the crowds into the grounds, and the crowd they've got at Gosford is this expected or not in Australia?
It's a very raucous sort of place, isn't it? I mean, it's not the biggest 20,000, but they have a reputation being a very noisy arena.
It's a great stadium, and I think you're right. I mean, everybody's really taken to the World Cup in Australia, whether rugby supporters or not, and they turn up and make a bit of noise.
Michael, Sean, thank you very much indeed. Let's rejoin our commentary team then. The two Gregs, and very entertaining they are as well, Clark and Martin.
And on the weekends for a game. That's dedication to the amateur cause.
Johannes Meyer, the hooker. Roggiato just talking to his hooker there, Federico Mendes.
I can see them wreaking a bit of havoc in the second half through their pack. There's been a late sub. There's a few difficulties going on down on the sideline. There's only 14 players on for the Pumas, or the Jaguars, whatever you want to call them.
The 21 is going on. Felipe Contepomi.
So I'll check who's off. It may well be Fernandez Miranda. Juan Fernandez Miranda, one of the try scorers.
Second half underway. It's pool A action. And it is Namibia with the first touch in the second half. 27-7, Argentina lead. Back to Vessels, off the side of the boot, but into touch over on the far side. Yes, Miranda is off, Fernandez Miranda.
He didn't go off easily either. He ran on the second half and then was dragged off by the medical staff. Felipe Contepomi, fly half against the Wallabies is on. He's just called for their headgear at inside centre. Mendes to throw in.
Good early attacking opportunity for Argentina. Mendes on the 22. Penalty to the Pumas. They want to take it quickly.
I don't think they were back 10.
No, advantage being played.
But not 10 metres. Back go, wait please. 10 metres please. The first defence is the tackler holding on to the player on the floor, the ball. Back we go, these guys. Go back.
Nigel Williams just explaining that the first offence before, not back 10 metres. Oh, here's a bit of cruelty here. A scrum early on. Young hooker there.
Engage.
Johannes Meyer about to feel a bit of force.
Yes, a 22-year-old up against a 31-year-old, but now this is Bowser, who scored a try, and they've coughed it up.
Well, quick release from that scrum. They had the hit. The ball came straight out the first channel. Bowser took it up, but the ball went loose. Namibia, a reprieve, but you've got to think there's going to be some pressure in here.
12 errors in the match, 7 against Argentina.
As soon as Johannes Meyer, the hooker, goes to hook, there's less pressure on, and that's when the Argentinians strike.
Fano off the back. Now Husselman. No real relief there. It'll be a throw into the line out by Argentina, still inside Namibia territory.
It was very efficient work there by the Namibians. Furta at number 8 for the Namibians, took it off the back. There's no use passing it 12 metres further back to put it into touch. Took it ahead again.
The take by Sporletta.
Again goes forward and turnover and turn around. Counter-attack.
Yeah, big Neil du Toit. And that is going to be out on the full.
Could well be his first mistake, Hackis Hasselman. He's not the best player tonight for the Namibians. I don't know who is. There was a stray elbow there hitting the ball.
In fact, Keith Selenzing, the other front row, was that ran on in support.
Namibians not even challenging the jump. Potapomi takes it up into the teeth of the Namibia defence.
Fernandez Miranda. So Quesada will have to go into scrum half. Quesada drilling it down into the corner and just won't bounce out for him. Boysen will bring it back to the 22.
Conducting the debate, do we go long or short? It looks like they're going to go long and just try to chase. Well, in the end, tried to go long, but not much came of it.
Alvarez handed it down to his captain, and now Quesada. He can chase.
Oh, it's on.
It was fortuitous for Santa Rosa.
They've got big numbers wide to the left if they go there.
Plenty of numbers. And now it's a clear run to the line. Gaitan. Another try, the first try of the second half for Argentina. 32-7.
Simple enough in the end. Gaitan finished it off. You heard me talk about the numbers, but they still had to show some pretty good hands to get it there. Players straightened up, and they also kept the ball low in their hands. Well, this is how it occurred. Came off Senecal, but came straight back to Santa Rosa. Have a look at the hands down low to stop anyone knocking the ball. Good hands again. That's good skill by the Argentinians, better than some of the stuff we've seen out wide from them tonight. And Gaitan, a deserved try.
He's had to wait for his opportunity. Martin Gaitan, now 25 years of age. Plays for Biarritz Olympique in France. He had Alessandro Arbizu in front of him for all those years. Quesada, another one of the Argentinians based in France. Nice strike. Took a while to find the radar, and now it's working. 34-7.
Not what the Namibian doctor ordered. The sight of Gaitan in the first 5 minutes after the resumption of play, scoring a try, but it was deserved. They had the numbers and they used it correctly. So many times teams get excited and put that ball down. We have a replacement. Mendes is off. He's replaced by Ledesma. As we see Alvarez go high for the ball, seem to go forward though. They're playing the advantage.
Oh, it's play on. Gaetan wants to move. Not a great pass. Albanese up towards halfway. Quesada. Short ball. That's the halfway mark. They work to the blind side. Gaetan again turns it back on the inside.
Good depth in support there.
Tackle situation, Argentina ball.
Pumas will get the put in, and they certainly mean business in the second half, don't they?
Yeah, they're going at the defence, not holding off. The first receiver is actually going at the defence, putting them under pressure immediately before offloading. There's Mendes, he's in the blood bin. Getting a small head cut taped up. Be keen to get on because he's performed a lot better than Ledesma, the other hooker, did on against the Wallabies.
Freddie Mendes, he's been in that Argentinian squad for well over a decade. Made his debut in 1990. Onto Pomi, wrapped up. Quesada, Albanese, Sanayosa, up to the 22, good tackle.
Oh, the wild man's hit him.
He's had plenty of practice with that one. This is the man that's really part of Namibian rugby folklore, Skalk Vandermerwe.
Oh, it's something you'd see on Discovery Channel. Have a look at that.
A headbutt into the side. This is a guy that went in to save his wife's pet baboon. Tried to wrestle with the line to get the line off the baboon. But then the story goes that he had to headbutt the line to try and save the baboon. So imagine what he's going to do to an opposition player if he fancies headbutting lines.
I'm thinking if the flanker headbutts lines, you wonder how tough the tight head prop is. Oh, there's trouble here. Ledesma takes it way over the advantage line.
And now they pick it up and continue to drive it only 5 metres out. The Pumas ready to kick to the open side. Who wants it? Well, they both went for it, but it's come off one of their own players and gone forward. Well, who called for it out there? I suspect not one of them.
It was like an episode of the Keystone Cops, everyone getting in each other's ways. There wasn't a call, but there was a lot of hunger to get a World Cup try. Oh, it has gone forward, exactly. Oh, yes, and it may have been hit a chin, so that does qualify as another World Cup Falcon.
Just looking at the face of Albanese, I think he probably suspected that it was his ball. Now we've got Mendes coming back on to take his place in the scrum, the hooking roll. Scalzo on this side.
Namibia want to get that ball in and out of here as quickly as possible.
Big shove from the Pumas.
There must have been a hand there, I didn't spot it.
The referee did.
Yeah. Oh, the nightmare continues.
Lafreda, Argentinian coach, pretty happy with some of the work of the forwards tonight in particular.
Celso has got some blood coming out on his mush.
Takes more than a bit of blood to get rid of a front rower, Celso saying. Fernandez Miranda with the put in, and now they just can control it.
Penalty or penalty try?
Oh, it's a penalty try, yeah. That was a blatant error there by Namibia. Second penalty try of the match, and Nigel Williams, the referee, is not going to tolerate more breaking like that.
I tell you what, I repeat it again, the Namibian props are no slouches. There's going to be a small conversation here between Nigel Williams and Sean Furter, the captain. Argentina, the Pumas, kept their formation the whole time. The Namibians, the first time they've really splintered and dogged it. On that occasion, they came apart at the seams. But gee, it puts into context, I know it's a different front row than the Argentinian one which took on the Wallabies in the first game. As we see Quesada converting an easy one from under the post. It puts Al Baxter, the new tight head prop for the Wallabies, puts his performance puts it right up there in terms of credit.
So they're into the 40s. Argentina 41 points to 7. Conversion by Quesada. And is bandaged.
Well, that's about my tip for the final score. So either they slow down or it's going to be a big blowout again. But it's quite simply the Namibians have been in this the whole game and they're still there.
Yeah, they won the restart. Let's see what they can do with it. Up to the 22 now.
They've got some character. Hasselman. Vessels, the fly half, getting into the action.
Still can't get over that 22. Now it pops out the back door. Furter is there just to hand it on to Dreyer.
Next not forward by Namibia, second by Argentina. Scrum, Argentina ball.
Yeah, well, they lost their structure there. It was one out stuff and the Argentinian Pumas were just picking them off. Plenty of possession for Argentina. And still plenty of time on the clock for them to pile on more points. Picking it up from the back was Pablo Balzas, one of the try scorers in the first half.
There's some sloppy stuff. Not too much pressure. There was one pick and drive. They were in a good posse and then just, he's got a, I'm sure there was a knock forward, wasn't it?
Well, he says advantage over because Namibia decided to kick while he was playing advantage for them. So not much of the advantage played there for Namibia.
No, that was the abbreviated version of advantage.
For old Hakis Hasselman, the scrum half for Namibia.
Oh, yes. Some of the catching doesn't exist at line-out time. It's like a game of beach volleyball.
There's a man that's played behind the big Bulls pack in Super 12 rugby. Now going backwards tonight. It's a bit of a nightmare at times. Quesada cut out pass, quick hands onto Pomi. Now Gaitan trying to get on the outside of them, still going. Martin Gaitan. Inside, no way through there. Namibia hold at the moment. Now the short side, quick hands, and they must score.
Gaitan.
Gaitan has a double. Martin Gaitan. 46 points to 7. Floodgates opening at Gosford.
Technically very correct on the short side. They worked the numbers, they went one way and then they went there again when they had 3 on 2. Therefore players had to stay straight. I think they may have had another man outside Gaitan, did they?
They did. 4 on 2 was simply quick hands.
They had the numbers. Very simple, but players went straight, drew the man. Simple training drill, virtually. Another try to Martin Gaitan, making the most of his opportunity. But you've got to ask, in this pool, the 3 strongest teams, Ireland, Australia and Argentina, when you play those 2 teams, they're in a different league to Romania and Namibia. And you've got to mark what your performances against Namibia, against Romania, differently to what you do against one of the powers. The Wallabies have got to be careful with that in their next 2 matches as well. If a player's been impressive against a lower nation, how does it rank when you come up, when they have to play Ireland in their final game?
Quesada, metre or 2 in from the far touch. Lovely striker of the ball. The flags are up again.
That's more like it.
48 to 7. Another look at it here.
4 on 2. It's a warm-up drill they would do before training most days.
Yes, the big game still to come for Argentina really is that clash with Ireland in Adelaide. A sellout match at the Adelaide Oval, October 26th. The big game, I guess, for Namibia will be against Romania, and that's in Launceston.
That is
Tasmania.
that is the talk of this Rugby World Cup, the grand final for both teams.
October 30. To the short side they go. Vessels. Look at that, 3 or 4 Puma defenders right on top of him.
Oh, that's nice.
Big strong run and pretty good defence as well.
Now they're attacking the Argentinians in that first channel. They're committing defenders in close. Not committing too many at the breakdown.
Hasselman as the crowd roars, inside ball, Senecal. Hasselman, the playmaker at scrum half.
Running across field now, that is not the go. They need another good clean out here and get their structure back.
Stringing some faces together.
Yeah, no panic here for the Namibians. Keep their pat.
Just pick and drive, and they edge closer. 6 or 7 metres out. Vessels, Senecal. Hasselman, taken by Mendez.
Now they don't have the scrum half. They're a bit lost without Hasselman.
Meyer.
That's good play. That's the 14th phase of play.
Now, what are they?
It's an opportunity.
So
Yep. So an attacking platform for the Namibians. Just their second visit into the 22.
Well, we appear to have lost Greg Clark and Greg Martin at the Central Coast Stadium. We can follow the action, though, with Bob Simmons.
Thanks, Jim. Quesada inside his 22 then. The Namibians on just their second visit into the Argentinian 22 in this game. They scored on the first occasion in the first half. Just held up, though. Martin Durand for Argentina, standing on his feet and holding the ball up. Miranda. Out then to Quesada. Kicks deep to send Namibia back again then towards their own 22. Bussen, the fullback, looking to counter-attack but not releasing the ball. Penalised by Nigel Williams of Wales. Quickly taken then. Felipe Conteponi, the ball is inside, and here's another try for Argentina. Nicolas Fernandez Miranda, skipper for the day, gets the touchdown, putting Argentina over the 50-point mark in this game. On the hour mark then of play, Nicolas Fernandez Miranda with the touchdown. His first try of the tournament then. Quick thinking by Felipe Conteponi, on as a replacement in this game, releasing him. First international try of this tournament for the scrum half, the 5th of his career. playing his 32nd cap for Argentina. Gonzalo Quesada starting off badly, missed his first 2 kicks at goal. 6 from 8 now though. Composure from the outside half, taking his time. 102 points, of course, top point scorer in 99. Makes no mistake. 7 out of 9 tonight then for Quesada, and Argentina's lead up to 55 points to 7. Plenty of time left for the Argentina team to get more tries too. As Wessels restarts for Namibia. Replacement at the last minute before this game in place of Rudy van Vuren. Miranda orchestrating things, hoping his pack will roll this on even further. Freddie Mendes, number 2, the hooker, joins in too. Final release then for Quesada. Gaetan using the left boot well there to drive Namibia back into their own 22. Vincent Dreyer, replacement on the wing for Namibia, rather kicks it away. Quesada again then, plenty of support for him. Montero, the prop, took his eyes off the ball that time though. Nigel Williams, the referee, waits for an advantage to Namibia for the knock-on. It doesn't come, so he calls them back. Really has been a very difficult game indeed for the Namibian pack, conceding 2 penalty tries. Conceding not so much the weight, but the technique against the Pumas. There comes the drive again. Furt to the skipper, looking to get it away. Big trouble yet again. Deon Mutun, the winger, looking to tidy things up for Namibia. Henkes Husselman. That kick out on the full. Really has had a very difficult game indeed tonight. Most experienced of the Namibians, having played Super 12 rugby for the Free State and the Blue Bulls. Replacement coming on now is Andries Blau for Namibia. The prop looking for some fresh legs then. Bouza at the back again, as there's again possession for Argentina. Contepomi on the little angled run, setting it up. That's okay, says Nigel Williams. Spotted it, shows good strength, links with Bouza. Pumas knowing just too much for Namibia in this game. Drive coming in this time from Rimas Alvarez, the second row forward. But this time, Argentina penalised for not releasing the ball. Quickly taken again then by Hakis Wilselman. Certainly can't fault the Namibians for their commitment. Really been under the cosh for the whole of this game. Hasselman again pops it up a little ball short for Heino Senekal. Plenty of support from the home crowd, as you could imagine, for the underdogs here. And there's another penalty awarded against Argentina, this time for diving in. Wessels' kick takes Namibia past the 10-metre line then. This is Jurgens van Liel, another man with extensive South African experience in the Namibian lineup. Johannes Meyer is the hooker. A new target for him to aim at then in the lineouts. Taken cleanly this time. At last, a platform then for Hasselman. Wessels takes it on as first receiver. Coming up at a little bit of depth that time. Fullback Boyson. Namibia at last managing to get some phases together. but driven across the field really. Argentina through rather too quickly there. Chance to speed it wide, a little bit of obstruction there surely in the midfield. Nigel Williams lets play continue though. 8th phase then for Namibia. Argentinians maybe taking their foot off the pedal just a little. Wouldn't surprise you, would it? After the performance in the first half and the first part of this second half, really have taken Namibia apart. Penalty then to Namibia, coming right back into it on that count, aren't they? Argentina conceding a few penalties now, and the decision from Wessels, I'm sure, will be to kick into the corner. "22-metre line then, as Johannes Meyer waits to throw in. Support player Kees Lensing. Good ball towards the back. Heino Senecal comes in, and then it's Wessels coming in at pace in the back division. This is better for Namibia. Gusselman looking for the little switch this time. That was clever. Good defence though by the Pumas. Gusselman again, looking to spread it wide, going out. Dion Mouton, the big winger.
Bob Simmons coming off the bench very well indeed. We can now rejoin our commentators at the Central Coast Stadium, Greg Clark and Greg Martin.
At Hasselman. Oh yes, it definitely came off the... Oh, well left. I think that was Van der Merwe who let it go. Well, I've been very impressed by the refereeing at this Rugby World Cup so far. Nigel Williams has continued that trend in game number 9. Rajado looked like he was speaking English, going, I'm all right, I'm all right, I'm all right. Such competition in the front row in the Argentinian team. No one wants to go off and let another big fella have a crack. How can Namibia bust this defence? It's got to be something special.
Meyer finds the target. And Van Lille, and now Powell tries to crash through. Penalty in front of the uprights, and Hasselman wants to keep it going. Blau, Hasselman,
Here it goes!
Mouton just held up for a moment. I think he thought he could see the white chalk, and now Hasselman, and he scores a try. And if anybody deserves to get a 5-pointer for Namibia, it is Hakees Hasselman. 55-12.
Truer words have never been spoken. Have a look at those Namibian fans ignoring the coolness. Hasselman, what a performer this evening. Maybe the best halfback performance so far, especially of a beaten team. I'm glad the referee didn't say there was an obstruction there, accidental obstruction. He let that go as he twisted and rolled. Could well have been an accidental obstruction if the referee wanted to pull it back, but that would be cruelty, because this man has done everything tonight. Has performed magnificently for Namibia. Not a more deserving try scorer, and that's 2 tries this evening. Wessels, you've had a good game too, son. You deserve a goal.
He adds the extra 2. 55-14. Spirited effort by a beaten side, and I think deep down there, yes, the coach can even smile. He knows his players are having a real dig out there for him.
Oh yeah, it was false bravado for him to say before the game that he expected an upset. I don't think he would have even expected 2 tries. This Argentinian side has defended so well. There was an element of doubt in terms of accidental obstruction there. Accidental offside, which was the old obstruction.
Well, Greg Martin, the big question is, do they have enough time to pick up another 2 tries and pick up their first point of the Rugby World Cup?
Well, fairy tales do come true, but I don't think so tonight. Had they worked so hard for that over a period of 5 or 6 minutes, 75 metres they came. It wasn't pretty, but it gave them 7 points, and they're in trouble here.
Quesada just kicking it through. Boysen going back to clean up.
Oh dear, they're in real trouble here.
Yes,
There's a few Argentinian props licking their lips as they walk towards this 5-metre scrum. Have a look at the big fellas. Roncero, Mendes, Reggiado.
What do you think is going through the mind of Lensing, Meyer and Blau for Namibia?
Pain, I would think pain in the neck region, and here's a try.
Burzo just picks it up and falls on it. So he has got his second. Clinical stuff by the Puma pack.
Ah, yes, that's a 8-man try. Whether or not that was the Bahana. Just have another look as he scores this. He had a guilty look on his face that he thought maybe the referee may rob it. Element of knock-on. We'll see right here.
Oh.
No, I think he recollected it and threw some downward pressure. The ball just travelled forward, but I think he regathered it before it hit the ground. I just saw the look on his face. It was like a very naughty schoolboy. Try time, but his 2 tries have been the...
Yeah, he's got a double.
They've been the easiest of the evening.
Great rugby family. Bowsers, his father and his brother were both Pumas as well, so they'll be very proud of that achievement tonight. 2 tries for Argentina at a Rugby World Cup.
Quesada, we've got to rate his performance fairly highly as well. It certainly helps if he can kick goals like this.
Right down the middle yet again. 62 to 14. Another look at it here, just a demolition job. The referee was right there. Even if there was a hint of a knock forward.
Well, there was an element of doubt, but you're not going to worry about it.
Not going to have any bearing on the match. Advantage for Namibia. 20 is on there, so Ronaldo Pedro gets a start for Namibia, and Husserman gets a breather because he's certainly played his heart out at number 9.
The thing I'm most impressed about with the Namibians is their ability to get over the advantage line. They haven't had too much spark to actually bust the line and make the gaps, because they need to work on committing more defensive players at the breakdown. They do that via a pick and drive, maybe a rolling maul, but they need to convince the Argentinians that they have to go in and soak up some punishment. They haven't had to do that this evening. Quesada on the on the right-hand side of the scrum, goes back to the open, but Fernandez Miranda comes right.
Quick hands. Zaragoza, but into touch. Just put the foot on the white chalk.
Only just, but that's what good touch judges are for. And Paul Honus is one of those.
Cleaned up at the back there by Estiglia.
Good hands too on the deck.
There's Quesada and
nice.
Kotapomi up over halfway, back on the inside. Gaitan, he has knocked it forward. For a moment he might have been thinking about a hat-trick. He already has 2 tries.
The hard work had been done earlier on. Gaitan, the ball turned back to him from Philippe Contepomi, who'd done a lot of the work.
Quesada Ozo knocking it forward, and coming away with it now is Jurgens van Lille as the crowd roars.
Well, Jurgens van Lille there in jersey 19 plays for Western Province, showing a bit of get up and go down the far touchline. Have a look at him. Towie to have a run after sitting on the bench all night. Well into touch though.
It's all Argentina on the scoreboard, but Namibia have fought their way back in the territory stat.
Yeah, hasn't always been converted to points, and here again is that nuclear weapon that is called the Argentinian scrum. It has blasted them apart. What a huge part of their game. It wasn't spotted as a troublesome item against the Wallabies, but tonight it has exploded into full force. Here it goes again.
Less than 5 minutes remaining. 62-14. Argentina over Namibia. Looked up on the number 8, Buzar. What a great pass. Gaitan from a standing start. Up towards the 22.
Oh, he's giving them curry with his footwork, Gaitan, this evening.
Now the big drive by the Pumas. But then they cough it up through Lobe.
Yeah, a little bit of overexcitement. When you look up on the scoreboard 62, you haven't got your name on the try scorers list. Oh, the player on the ground didn't help. He had to change his running line. He was looking down with him semi while he was trying to take the ball.
Ronaldo Pedro, number 20 for Namibia, also represented his country in middle distance running as well. Now over the top it goes, and Fondapomi just nudges it over to Albanese. Fernandez Miranda. Fondapomi puts her head down and tries to find her way through the traffic. Sada Rechielado. And they gather around him, and now they start to drive it, start to roll it up towards the 5 metre mark and beyond. Fernandez, Miranda, Quesada, little kick in behind this time, and Gaitan is going to get a hat-trick. That's 3 for Martin Gaitan. What a night for him. First appearance at the Rugby World Cup 2003, and it's 67-14 now. Yeah, simple stuff in the end. Gaitan, just the good chase after the kick from Gonzalo Quesada. Nobody cleaning up at the back. You can see Boyson, the Namibian fullback, up in the defensive line. So another hat-trick. This time to Gaitan of Argentina. 67-14. And Quesada taking his time with this one. After 2 early misses, it's been a faultless display since then for the point-scoring machine. But I'll put the mocker on him there. It's waved away. That scoreline is impressive. Argentina 67, Namibia 14. And this man here will take away some fond memories from his opening match of the Rugby World Cup in Gosford. Martin Gaitan. Lobe. Good two-handed take. And then there's Miranda back to Quesada. Into touch. They'll have a line out 5 metres inside Namibia territory. Four-man line out. Maya can't find the target. So inside the final minute, Argentina looking to have the last say. There's a kick ahead from Quesada, and it's been picked up there by Sarahosi, but just couldn't hold on to it, the winger. It's gone forward. A near thing there. For a moment it looked like Hernan Sarahosi was going to control it, drag it down. Well, much to the relief of the Namibians, the referee has said, that's it, it's full time. Pumas fans are happy, they're rejoicing. Look at the scoreline. Argentina 67, Namibia 14.
The Namibians effectively saved from further punishment at the end there. That is Argentina's biggest ever World Cup win. A brave effort from the amateurs, based in Windhoek, most of them, but outclassed and overpowered in the end. We will be right back with the views of Michael Lynagh and Sean Fitzpatrick.